So how's it going, guys? ScrubGamers, welcome back to another video, and this time we have, for the first time on the channel, some in real life gameplay. And so normally on recently, for the past, I think it's been a month now, a few of my locals have been going to our local card shop and playing some casual games just to get some testing and play in person again. Very safe, limited to 6, like as with the government guidelines. Wearing masks and just playing some games in person just to remember what it was like. And with this, with it being as well the Thursday before the card market event, Ollie was like BigONotation, shout out to him. He's going to take part in the card market event and wanted to give a try to Boujack. So I thought, what would be the best thing to do? You'll let him play test Boujack against some decks you might see. So for this one, we got the Mirror Match. Something possibly be, and we have a few other games. I think we had to record about 4 games in total with multiple different decks against Boujack. Against this Boujack, so you can get the proper testing in. And I thought it'd be good for people to watch rather than untap games, because watching games on untap is a bit boring. And in-person games are more interesting, and there's a lot more mind games in person is on untap. So with this one is the Mirror Boujack for the first one, and I think Ollie, I think with the whole day, I don't think I won the die roll. I think Ollie won the die roll for all games. So he started off with this one. And he did a typical charge and then went in to play the 1-drop Goku. So he's got that set up. He's like making use of his energy on his turn and gets a search of the top 5, getting his TP, which isn't amazing in the mirror, but still he's got something coming out. He's made use of his energy, and now he's got crit pressure against me as well, which goes away at 15k, and even on a front side, it uses quite a lot of cards out combo it to avoid the crit, even with the leader's effect. So all I do is, I don't think my hand's amazing. I think with this one, I drew into quite a few unisons. So I went ahead and just charged and pass, because I didn't have a 1-drop to play, and I didn't want to attack just to give him more cards, because he's going to take the hit, and rather than just give him more cards, I'd rather try and see if I can get some crit cards. I think I did have a, was it the Beto? I think it's Beto. When it comes in and crit and it can spin stuff back. But then I didn't do it on the Goku swing, because there we go. I did have one in hand, because I know I didn't draw that from what I remember. But I didn't do it on the Goku attack, because then he could just swing with his leader and drop. Well, he could drop his, I thought he could remove it quite easily. So I just did the same, just charge and pass, and I can do it. There's no point attacking each other unless it's with crit, because you just give your opponent a card in hand, just giving them more cards. And this way, he's at least using his energy when he attacks. He's borrowing crit pressure, as I said, to deny me a card from hand, to harden from life, and making use of his energy. So for that attack, I just negated libido. So I've maybe used my energy before using the I can't remember her name now. Zangia. If the word attack was lead. And at this point, I've got 3 unisons in hand pretty much, and I'm not sure what I want to charge. And I thought, at least if I charge this unison, I can get it back with Zeno later on. So I just charged this unison. I got enough cards in my energy for my lead effect, so I didn't really need to worry about that. So I just charge, pass, because as I said, there's no point in swinging this lead until I've got crit pressure. So I think just because if I attack you, just going to drop stuff on my turn. So the whole thing is just you play stuff on your opponent's turn. And I haven't seen a Goku to spin to the bottom of his deck. Is 1-drop. So he's just going to once again do like he's been doing the last few turns, swing with his Gokua, don't do crit pressure. But luckily this one, I don't mind using. Well, he's going to 20k, so I'm just going to use the Zangia just to make use of the energy, basically just to try and get out of it so I don't get the crit pressure, and get rid of this and at least use the combo of the Boujin, so that way I can. This doesn't get spun back. Otherwise, it's going to be spun back to the deck if I don't combo off. So I might as well combo off. At this point, I'm at least getting the draw from the Zangia because I'm not going to use much of my energy because it's still quite early, and using Galactic Buster to use the Beto. So that way, because yeah, so I haven't got much in hand. At least I think I might have 2 Galactic Buster in hand, but at least we can use that to draw more and set up the Beto. Like now I don't have anything in my energy, but I'm not going to be pressured to awaken this turn, so I'm just going to drop a Unison I do. And now I've got the Beto there, so I can spin his Gokua on my turn. So yeah, as I saw their result, his Gokua comes in first because turn player, then my Beto comes down by tapping energy, untaps it, and Galactic Buster taps it down. He's going to swing at my lead with his Gokua, which I'm fine with. Don't mind taking life. So I want to ideally go on the 5, so that way when I get attacked, I can get back my Unison when I need it. And I chose to charge this one instead of the Boo, because at least the Boo doesn't lose markers to draw a card, restands in energy at the end of the turn, and applies some double strike pressure, and has auto removal as well. Also, I'll say for the whole match is apologies for the sliding of the mat. I brought this mat instead of my normal Ginyu Force one, so it was sliding mat quite a bit, and I tried to position the camera as best I can to get a look at the whole battle area. But at least you can see the amount of life in both our sides, and even though you can't really see how much Ollie has, can't see very well how much Ollie has because those sleeves are white. But he currently has, I think he still has 8 life. So yeah, I use the drop my Unison, got the draw, so I got the untap at the start of his turn, and then I awakened with my lead to untap the energy and use the energy to bottom at the Beto. So I'm not really worried about his Goku anymore. And then I swing first with the Beto as leader to get that crit pressure. So you can easily combo out of it and stuff, but it's going to whittle down his hand. Like you can use it to get the TV, but he's using a active energy to bring it out, and he's also using one of his Galactic Busters. So he's trying to be on the board to try and take down my Unison, because my Unison just keep gaining me advantage. And he's got his energy back up, so you can drop both of them. So here I'm gonna try and take out his Gokua. To use his leader's effect, he's got no open energy, so that's gonna die unless he wants to combo out of it. And I don't really want to attack into his free drop, so that way I don't give him a card to draw. So just end the turn and pass there. So now he's just going to focus on swinging the Unison. I've got at least an energy open, so I can negate if he does play his Unison. I got a negate. I think I've got a negate to negate his Unison swing, so I can stop him from taking 2 markers off. And here, since I go cool, so I'm going to bottom deck his TP so he doesn't get value from it. And he's going to take 2 markers off, but I'm fine with that. So even then, with his leader, if he swings with his leader, he's got a combo up. Even if he's using energy from card from his energy, he's still comboing a card from hand as well to try and take it out. So he's going to tap 4 and play his Unison. And do the standard of draw and just straight away swings into my unison, which, as I said, I've got a negate, so yeah, negate the attack. So my unison's still alive, because there's not much you can do to take out my unison with just a leader swing. So here he is swinging, I think, at my unison again. He's gonna combo up into it, but I don't think he's drawing very well. So he just wakens to untap an energy. Yes, I don't think he's got much. I don't think he wants to use many cards in hand to combo up, because he's already comboed up 20. And also as well, he is currently on. He's currently on 20. He doesn't want to overcard. I don't think he's seen his Boujack forecast yet either. So I don't mind taking out one, and taking out one damage. And he's got a beato, and even if he swings with the beato, he's got to put on there 15k, which is going to take away from his hand, just to take out my unison. So here, I think Ollie's thinking about what else he can do. Right, if he wants to play something else, he's going to get his energy untapped. He says it just end pass, and then untap one and restand his unison. So I just straight up charge the Zangia, because Zangia only gets his effect when comboed from field or energy, and then straight away tapping it from my beato's effect to get rid of his blocker, so I can swing his unison and have it to use as effect. So straight up swing my unison to his, so that way his which then he negates with his beato, with his negate. And I think it's just, I've already used the beato's effect, so I don't mind just straight up swinging into his unison. To use the effect to bottom deck it, then it's taking a marker off of it. And that means I can play another one if I do have one. And yeah, there's no point in going to the lead. I'm just going to take out his unison, because once he's got all his unison, he's got to play another one. My unison's got its effect. And now I'm able to combo ScrubGames from board to then bottom deck his Gokua. Yeah, to straight up bottom deck his Gokua. And then swing his unison twice. He's got no negate. He's got no more negates in hand to prevent his unison dying. And this is going to be a very, very long match. This is just how blue is. Comes a blue mirror, it's so long, it's so defensive on both sides. And with this match as well, you already play stuff in your own turn. You mainly play stuff in your opponent's turn. And now if I with my unison there, so my unison, I got my unison still for one mark, so I still made use of it, survived. His now gone, so he doesn't have it to just plus minus 0 to gain a card and have an energy for the next turn. And he's going first with his lead into my unison, and I'm here debating to use the negate in my drop, because if I use the negate in my drop, I negate the attack, and then I put his one drop back in his hand, so that way he has to play something to get an attack in. But I'm debating if I want to use that early to help it, because I only got one marker on. I've got no other negate in my hand, and he's either comboing with the Boujack on board or using an energy, which means he's not fully using his energy as he could. We're here, it's debating. So I'm mentioning that about potentially thinking about negating the attack, the bounce back Boujack, but I don't want to give him back a negate, because if he plays another unison, he's got that. Because I've got another unison built in my hand, so I end up getting 3 in my opening hand after mulliganing. And if I do negate the attack, bounce back his unison, if he drops his unison and swings straight into my unison, then he's got his negate ready to negate my unison when I play my second unison on his. So I just decided not to do that. Just let it die because I've got another one to play. And he taps for to play, I think, his unison again. And then now, yeah, he's playing another unison, but he's tapping 5 to get as many markers as possible. And he's going to swing at my Boujack to try and get rid of it without having to use a marker. So I just go, I'm thinking about using my Zangier to just out combo it easy enough because he's only going 20. But then I'm thinking, I'll just drop another Boujack because at the very least what he's going to do with the Boujack is bottom deck it. At least that way I get his negate out away from board, back in his deck, not back to his hand, and he doesn't have that as combo power for when I eventually go into his lead. And that means I have on board 5 swings at his unison. Because if I swing a 1, he can bop it the other, which means at least my board can at least take all his markers off because I got my unison as well. So straight away, 2 Boujack hits, so he gets rid of the other one. This is at least putting down the 3 markers. I've got another swing, a leader swing, and I got my unison as well. So I straight up play my unison. Now I tap 5, but I'm considering I think at the end of it, I think I go to 6. No, for this one I do just tap 5 the same. Gives me as many markers as possible to keep it around, and I can take out his unison since he doesn't have it in there in the gate. He's only seen the 1 Boujin, and that went straight to the bottom of his deck. And here I've taken out his unison, and if I swing it as leader, he's going to get some combo, be able to combo stuff into play for free. So I decided to not bother going for it because I only 1 energy open, and I want to give him free stuff ready for his turn. So I'm debating what I could do if there's anything so I'm just counting my drop to see ready for food because I do play Fruit Shrouded in the main because it's a great way to finish the game. And I decided to, here I'm just thinking about attacking, I decided not to and just end turn reach down unison and energy. So he keeps charging. Because if you've got enough energy, and as well with Boujack, you get a lot of value at the energy. And if he hits, like so far he's hit, I think he hit one of the Blackbusters, so he's got 2 of his Blackbuster energy, and he's got Zeno super combos like me, but he's not on low enough nice to defend with him. But neither of us are going to really deck out, because we just keep constantly bomb decking each other's cards, as you can see from with the Boujacks and stuff. So we've got nothing on board, and just currently has leader guard swing. He's lost 2 unisons. I've lost 1 unison. So I think he's got 2 more unisons left. I've got 2 more unisons left after my 1 on board. He's going to go straight up swing into my unison because it's better swing into that rather than Boujack, and he's just going to straight up combo to get his Boujack on board to try and get rid of my unison. So as per the Boujack stuff, and in the battle, play it for cheaper, and then bottom deck my Boujack. So now he's got 2 swings of this, but if he attacks with it, I can just sacrifice a marker to bottom deck it, and then once again he's then got no battle cards on board, so that's a battle card. So he does it, swings to unison, I just bottom deck it by taking one marker, and now he's got 5 energy open, and I've got 3 markers on my unison, so I'm not really worried to know that my unison's going to survive. To which end, yeah, he just straight up passes. I think he's passing. No. I think he's going to play his unison, but he plays his Go Tank unison. So we're playing similar lists. And he's going to just take away 2 to draw 2, just to keep his hand high. And he's got 2 swings with this unison as well. So he swings once with his unison at a lead, and I decided to keep enough markers on my unison. Yeah, just use my negate for drop, get rid of card from hand just to get my unison. So for potentially on the last one, that would be, he doesn't have much energy by negating that last attack. You can't just bean and play in a battle card to then swing at the unison because I've already used the marker effect on it. So I just open, don't bother charging and find at 6 because that's 6 is enough for Fu. So I just swing straight into his unison with my unison. Get rid of it because he's only got 2 markers on it. So he's down to 1 more unison in deck. So I've taken out 3 of his unisons. And I still have 2 more boos. No, I still have 1 more boo and the go tanks after it. But to get the go tanks, I need to use a super combo defensively to get it out. So I swing, after Kenny take out his unison, I swing his lead. So I've still got energy open to do stuff to take it out if I need to. And at least that this way, he just has to take it because he hasn't got much energy, and I still have energy open to do things. I'm just tapping 1 for a Zeno, just to make use of the Zangia. And yeah, so I can basically just have an energy on tap at the end, I draw a card, and even if the most he can do with the Zeno is bottom deck, which means it's still back in deck. I haven't lost it. And at walking at 6 at life, so I think at the moment he's on 7 life and I'm on 6 life. So it's gone for a while. It's gone for a good while. And he's just swinging at my unison and bottom decking my super combo, which is fine. And I think now he can swing on my unison. The best thing to do, rather than just let it die, I'm just going to -1 it. It's going to die anyway. The bottom deck is fairly easy. Why use my unison? He doesn't have that battle card on board anymore. So I'm still counting my drop. Let's see if I've got enough for Fu when I draw into Fu, because I'm hoping I draw Fu's in deck and not in life. And I just charge to 7, so that way if I do see Fu, I can bean. I can at least bean on its swing to then be able to drop things like a Bojack and stuff. So yeah, 4-cost Bojack, so I can have a lot more swings, putting pressure on. Because if I do Fu and try to pressure him, all his stuff would be dead. And here I'm just going to make use of using my 1 drop to swing if I pressure with my energy, because I've got nothing else to really do. And tap the Zeno, just basically tap the Zangia, so I can use it as to boost my leader. Oh, no, boost not the leader, the Goku swing for crit pressure, and basically Fu from that trans draw into the Fu. So I'm looking for the Fu to try and put some high pressure on. And also see if I can find my Unis as well. Either Unis or a Fu is what I want to try and find. So you just combos the Bojack from energy. Now I think this is where it starts with the Bojack war, where if one of us drops a big Bojack, the other one drops a big Bojack to get rid of it, and then the same vice versa for the next turn. So he's just gonna out combo with his Bojack, and then bottom deck my Goku, and then bring it out and I swing its lead. So by swinging up the lead, I didn't trigger the Bojack to untap his energy and tap mine, and he doesn't use the leader's effect. So I just go straight into leader into my 8-drop Bojack. So that way I can combo in and get rid of his Bojack. And that way it's using a super combo or a big Bojack and another card from that combo. 25 is the sweet spot, especially in these games as well. So using a bean, combo the Bojack, and so you see this is what I normally this would take quite a few cards in his hand, but at least this way I can get rid of his 8-drop Bojack with this. So I get rid of his 8-drop Bojack to avoid getting a double strike dual attack on board. But he's getting out a Beto and then getting out his Bojack in the bottom deck, my 8-drop. That's actually what's going to happen. As foreshadow spoiler alert, is anytime 8-drop Bojack's dropped on board, it gets removed by other stuff. But I still took out a few cards from his hand, I think. At least forced a bean. So he's I think that is his third bean. So I think he's playing 4. He's still charging more because some more energy. He's got more times he can drop the 8-drop in the turn. So if he drops 1 and then I drop my Bojack to get rid of his Bojack, he can drop in a second Bojack to get rid of my Bojack. So it's like Bojack Wars. And now he can apply some pressure to my lead. He's swinging with the 4-drop first. Because then, if he does try to use this way, it forces 2 cards to use, or at least my leader effect, and then a combo. But then luckily I've got bean, so I've been at the 20, so at least the Beto is swinging straight 15 to 15. And I bring out my own, bring out my own Beto to force his Beto to use the effect. So just bring out my Beto just to combo it plays itself. And then, yeah, he's going to use an energy to bottom deck my Beto. That's fine. I don't think I have my 4-drop Bojack, or I'll keep that for something a bit better. Because now even if he swings with his lead or the Beto, he's got a combo up to try and take out the push through damage. Because my lead is 20k for the turn. I don't mind taking that. I never swing from the other Bojack. So yeah, the mat keeps sliding throughout the game, so I apologise for that. Next time I will, so I try to push it up together so it's not so sliding. But future I'll try and make sure I don't bring this mat and use my normal mat, my Ginyu mat, so it doesn't slide everywhere. So he's going to swing, use the lead effect to get his Bojack out, and I'm just going to bring out my second Beto. So like he's got rid of he's forced that other Beto off. I'm going to get my Beto back out again, and I'll combo his crit swing. I still have 2 energy open if need be. So I also still have my leader's effect. Drop a Bojack if needs be. So here he is tapping 4, 5. So he's tapping 5 to evolve his 8-drop in. I've got on top of the 4-drop and swing straight to lead, which I'm fine with. I'm going to use my so straight up use my leader's effect because he's only got 1 energy open now, and I don't think I've used my lead's effect yet to play Bojack or play combo from energy. So I get my energy open, so I've got enough for my big Bojack. Unless he puts anything on top of it, I can just combo the Bojack, take 2 hits, and now the 4. So I've still got the cards in my hand, and then get rid of his Bojack with my big 8-drop. But I decided to use the Galactic Buster, just to basically just a bit of draw more to keep my hand up because my hand's getting a bit low. And just establish more cards on board. Like I had to ditch the Kefla was the best thing to ditch from my hand. Yeah, so that was the best thing from my hand to ditch was the Kefla. So I just combo that out, combo 30k swing, use my 8-drop to bottom deck his 8-drop, and then have my TP Bojack on board as well, just for more 15ks to go into his Beto. So because I'm gonna use my Beto to bottom deck his TP and then swing into his Beto to get rid of it. So I think in this point, I think I've now drawn into Fu. I'm not sure. I know I do eventually draw into Fu. Can't remember. I know I had a few on board, but I can't remember if it's this turn I got the through. So let's have a look. So I just use the Beto to bottom deck. I don't think this is turn out through, but I just use the Beto to tap something I can use from use effect to tap to bottom deck his TP, because I'm not going to swing until I get him a draw. I think in all these hands he's only got 6 or so cards, and I'm going to make sure that I swing with the 8 drops. If he does want to drop his 8 drop, he's going to have to use Leader's Effect, discard a card, yeah, tap an energy, and he's lost his Zangief. At least that way, that's going to be quite a few, unless he's got Bean, it's going to be quite a few cards. If he wants to out-combo this, because he knows I have Fu in deck, so he's trying to make sure he doesn't go too low, because then he knows if I drop Fu with enough cards on board, that's going to shut off his, put a lot of pressure onto him, and the lower life he is, the easier it will be to kill him. So he's doing what we've been going to be doing all game, which is when the late drops Bojack's on board, he's going to get one swing in if it lasts until the next turn, and then get straight up removed and bottom decked. So I think Ollie's got just 6 cards in hand. So he's got a combo out of 30k double strike. So he's using his Leads effect, and unfortunately he's got 3. Showing that he's got 3 Galactic Buster in his energy, which isn't great, and his Zeno's not live to get him back, and his Zeno's only good defensively to get the cards back, which is not what he really wants. And one of his Zeno's in drop. I think he has. No, I think he's only got 3 because he hasn't got the 4th one yet. So yeah, so that's why he's only got one. He's only got one of the. Yeah, he's only got one of the Zangief, because he's only got 3 Zeno. So you just uncombos that, use Super Combo, and the Bojack plays his Bojack, bot decks my Bojack, and replaces his just draws a card with the Bojack. But now he can't use counters from hand, and he's got no energy open. And I think he's got 1 more Galactic Buster in deck. So I'm gonna swing with my lead to avoid his Bojack 8-drop triggering. So if I swing with a battle card, that's going to trigger to untap one energy, tap one of mine down. So I just swing with my lead into his lead, comboing the Bojack from hand. So it puts 25k pressure on his leader, and then I have the energy open to play my 8-drop Bojack. Like, it comes in rest, and I was swinging to his Beto, sorry. Just this reason to swing at his lead to get more cards. And I want to get rid of that Beto. So yeah, drop my 8-drop, bottom deck his 8-drop, which is going to be a theme for the whole match. And then yeah, I'm just going to try and get some crit pressure in with Beto. At least he can use a card, because he uses Leader's Effect to combo from energy. He uses Leader's Effect to untap energy. And he's still on 7 life, so he's still quite too high to use a Zeno to get energy open, and he doesn't have, he can't use counters from hand, so even if he was running D Magic, he can use it from hand, and he's tapped out. So this way, I'm still pressuring cards from hand. I think he's asking if I've used Beto's effect, so I'm confirming I have used Beto's effect. That's why I've got 5 energy tap, because 4 for the Bojack, and 1 for the Beto. So I'm debating if I should swing with the TP, and yeah, just gonna swing with the TP because he's got an energy open, but he's gonna lose cards from hand to be able to do stuff. So he just outcombos with his TP put on board, and I'm guessing what he's gonna do for his turn is swing with his leader instead of his he's gonna swing his leader first to avoid my 8-drop triggering, and that's gonna be able to allow me to combo stuff in like my 4-drop. So I think I've got 4-drop in hand. So literally just being cycled through my deck from my constant bottom decking. So he's quite low on hand, but he's got quite a lot of energy. Actually, I think he's got 7 cards in hand. I think I've got between 6 and 8 cards in hand. And I'm trying to draw into the, and just digging for the foo. Because now I've got this kind of board, if I find the foo, I can put a lot of pressure onto him. And also the good thing is it shuts off the his effects for both mine and his turn. So I don't have to worry about a comeback from him on the turn after if I don't kill him. So his charge is good. Some of the turns get quite long. And so he stopped at 8 energy, I stopped at 7, because as I said, with 7 energy I can drop fuel and I still have a bean to have more energy swinging. So he's swinging with his TP first. And yeah, because one thing I was thinking about, if he swings with leader first, I can't drop my 4-drop Bojack, because I'll be tapped out, I don't have any way to untap. But luckily he swings with his TP first, which then triggers my Bojack effect, and I'm just basically saying I'm going to untap energy, but I'm choosing for energy or the tap. There's no point because anything that's not a Bojack, anything that's not a Bojack, he's just gonna be able to get back from a Zeno in his turn, in my turn, and anything that's a Bojack, he just uses leader effect combo. So he just goes 15, and I've now got free energy open. I'm free to do a 4-drop Bojack to bottom deck his speedo because he forgot to use the effect, and he just said afterwards, he forgot to use the effect first. The bottom deck, the TP. So now he's just going with leader swing. And here I'm debating using my he doesn't combo anything, he just needs it at 15. Having it to my Beto, so I just decided to use my leader's effect to combo a Bojack from Bojack Brigade from my energy, just out combo. Now he's gonna tap a load for Kefla to kind of get his hand up, and yeah, so with this he's gonna be able to get his hand up and his energy up as well. And sorry, it just kind of stopped there for some reason. So yeah, he just plays as Kefla, gets a draw 2, and decides not to swing because he only had 1 energy open, and he didn't want to swing and me have my leaders effect the drop and never Bojack. Just pass turn, I don't charge, I tap 1 straight away to bottom deck his TP. Yeah, bottom deck is TP with my Beto. And first thing I'm going to do is swing my Bojack into my 8-drop into his lead, because that way if he does drop his, he's used all his back to busters, because you see his all in his energies are back to busters. So at the very least he's got to use a bean and then a 8-drop, which is none of his energy. Everything he's got in his energy is a Boujack, combo with leader, so that's taking cards out from his hand. And he doesn't want the 8-drop to stay on board. So I'm trying to pressure, because if it was in my deck, which I think it is, then as soon as I see that, once he gets under low life, if I keep this board, then I really have no fear. I could just pressure for game quite hard at under foo. And this way, he's either dropping 8-drop or the 4-drop, and if just a 4-drop, he's gonna he's gonna probably want to get rid of the 8-drop more than the 4-drop. And this way, and he's pressuring here with 2 beans. That's I think that's all his beans now. He's got 1 bean in energy, and that's it. That's his free. He's played 3 beans. He's got the energy open if he wants to go to 8-drop Bojack, which he can easily out combo now. But it's taken 3 cards from his hand. But oh well. Technically 2, because the Bojack's going to replace itself when it's dropped. So yeah, that's 30, and I think he's going to go for the 4-drop instead of an 8-drop, so I don't think he has an 8-drop actually. So he's comboing the Gokua. Yeah, so he just goes for the Copper Energy Gokua, and then Bojack from hand. So now he's trying to remember he's used 2 beans. Just make sure he's combo out and not over comboing. because with the two beans put 25 and those two put as 35, they're outcome the Bojack. So he brings in his, so he just brings his 4-drop, bottom decks my 8-drop, because the shit hit the 8-drop gets one swing if it survives, and then straight away after that is bottom decked. So now he's at 25. I don't really want to pressure much into it. So I just dropped I've drawn to a Blue Unison. Now I think it's here that I'm thinking about how much I should pay for it. So I tapped 5 originally, and I'm thinking, should like here before I put the, yeah, I'm deciding if I want to pay 5 and just pay 6. So it's got more survivability because it's got the 4-drop on board and the Kefla. And I don't want to attack anymore because it's going to cost me cards to try and put through damage, and he's got nothing else to swing at. So I'm just going to put as many markers on it to make it survive as long as possible. So if it's never turn, that's more. I still try pressure for his turn, and if it survives into his next turn, what I've got, if I draw into Fu, then I can drop Fu and have the Boo draw a card and have an NG after potentially tapping out with the Fu as well. So I think he uses Kefla to just draw 2 after charging. So he's charged to 9 energy, so he's got loads of energy open just to make it multiple plays, defend, like be able to combo easier with the Bojacks, because we're cycling through it. I think we've almost cycled through our decks now because of the bottom decking and just drawing, constant drawing. So he first of all swings to his Bojack, so I think straight at bottom deck the Kefla because that's 25k swing I don't want to keep on board. And I've still got 4 markers on my Unison. And I think he's run out of his now. I think he's run out of all his Unisons, but he's got 1 more Boo. Whereas I've got there's my last Boo. And I've got the Go Tanks in energy, which I have to wait until I'm Never Life Down and with this Zenny Super Combo to try and grab back. So he's always dropped the 8-drop because now I've used the bottom deck effect. So he just swings twice into my Unison to get rid of it. So I've got no negate in hand, and I've already used the effect. So in hindsight for that one, I should have not used the mark effect straight away because I think he already used the Kefla effect. So here I'm looking at it as I think I've drawn Fu. I think now. Oh, I don't have the Unison on board. Oh no, here we go. So I haven't drawn the Fu apparently. I can't remember what turn. It's just so many turns, just back and forth thing. So I just swing the lead and go 20k to drop in my my Bojack, so I can bottom deck his 8-drop, and by swinging the leader, it doesn't trigger his 8-drops effect to untap one of his energy and tap one of mine. So I just hit the hit, put it down to 6, I think. So he still doesn't have Zeno alive, and then bottom deck his 8-drops. So that's twice he's evolved on top of his 4-drop. So he's only got 2 4-drops left because they're just being bottom decked. And I still have all 4 of mine and all 4 of my 8-drops as well because again they're bottom decked. And here I think here I'm debating because he can still drop a 8-drop, so I decided to just pass, keep a board, because I don't want to swing into his board and then drop an 8-drop and then have to swing and drop my. Because if I swing if I swung with a battle card and he dropped an 8-drop again, if I swing to try and drop my 8-drop to get rid of his 8-drop, his 8-drop would trigger tapping one of my energy and then tapping his. And since I have a Boo on board, Boo Unison on board to allow me to untap an energy in my turn, it's not worth risking he drop the 8-drop. We're both just, like as I said, cycling 4 decks quite quickly. And sorry if this is a bit boring because I know I personally find blue on blue a bit boring, but this was an interesting game to just see how the mirror was, and also just to give testing for against Ollie if he did face the mirror, because I know there are some people in the UK and Europe who do like Boujack, and Boujack is quite a fun deck. So I think he decides then not to swing, because no matter what, if he drops anything, I'll just put it back. And I think this time, I think this is where I draw the fool, because I think I charge another energy, so I've got, yeah, I think I charge an energy, so I got enough to drop another 4-drop to allow me to put more pressure with because then I can combo with one of my 4-drops, got the 25k, and drop another 4-drop to keep pressuring. So I know he's used all his beams, so he couldn't use a beam out on the fool. So I drop the fool. So now I've got on my board a grand total of 8 swings, and none of his super combos or effects are live. So I decided to go in with the veto, using my 1 copy of Alternate Goku's Kamehameha to get the draw and put it through a 30k crit. Which, at least if he combos out, he's using a lot of cards that combo 30k. And if he doesn't, he's not getting a card from that. And that hits a negate, which is really good, because that's a 5k combo. And if he doesn't die from this turn, then he doesn't have a negate for the future. Because now on this turn and my turn, he cannot use effects. What I can. So I swing with the Boujack, use the effect to lead the combat with Zangia to go to 25. 25 is a sweet spot, because if he uses a Boujack or a super combo, he doesn't get the effect of either of them, and he's still got to combo out another card to combo out, and he's used all his beams, because one of his beams is energy. Well, his last beam isn't energy. So I swing with the other Boujack. So this one I'm going to beam, put a 25 for both swings, and just keep swinging 25 to put a lot of pressure, because either I'm depleting his hand, because he's getting the Zeno, and you see what his leader's effect, but he can't use any skills, like he can't play that Goku. And here I swing with it again, so once again, because he just, as you saw just then, he used 2 cards which didn't replace themselves. Well, he used 1 card from hand which didn't replace himself, and he used the leader's effect with a combo from energy, just to out combo. Now if he wants to out combo this one, that's another 2 cards from hand at the very least. So he's got quite a few cards in hand where he's just passing and just not charging. So I swing with the other Boujack. I think on this one I'm debating comboing with another Boujack, another 4-drop to go to 25, and then have another one to keep putting pressure swings in. So he's tapping one, so he's lost a Kefla, and that's another 2 cards from hand. So you just want to go to 2, so I can just put it all in on the foo. So here I just go 15, just because that just takes a card out of his hand. And yeah, so here I'm thinking I think you have to keep some energy open, but I just want to keep pressuring his hand to keep it low. And just go again when they're 15k, because I'm thinking it's looking like I'm not going to kill him, but I'm going to whittle down his resources, because I have to worry about his next turn, because he still can't use skills. So at least then, this food is almost serving like a baby hatch, where I'm having my turn, and he can't really have his turn. So just put him down to 1, because he takes the last hit from Fu, and then now he still can't use skills, so I have to worry about him do anything to my board really. And if he does swing on my turn, I can still do things like drop the 8-drop. So I think in this point, I think he does forget that the Fu is until the end of his turn. So I think he does tap 1 to play a 1-drop for getting that, to which we just reverse it, and he decides to just keep the 1-drop on board, so he doesn't ask to take it back, which I would let him take it back if he asked. Yeah, so he just taps 1 to play a 1-drop. Because he's fit, I remind him that there's no skills because of Fu. So he just puts it back because it doesn't really matter that drawing. So I don't think he really probably looked at him. So he just decides to just pass because, as I said, if he swung, I can just use the leader's effect and drop another 8-drop Bojack on my turn. And he's on 1 life, so any hit is gonna pressure through, and I just bottomed it at 1-drop just to get his less combo power. He will drop my so I'm able to play my Kefla for 3 energy, get 2 draws and just have more energy in my turn, and just never got the pressure. So I decided to swing. I think what I'm going to swing with first is the Kefla because it's 25. So it's at least 25 at the very least. So if it goes, I'm just going to try and. There's no point in trying to go all in because super combos are now live and he's still got 2 of them. 1 at least grabs back another super combo from drop, and he's got a lot of cards in his energy that he can use, like Blackbuster and Bean and stuff to grab. So I imagine even though he's not many resources, just on 1 life, he's able to combat a lot. And he's still controlling so his 8-drop Bojacks. And that Bojack that he's got tapped. So he uses his effect. Got to 20. And I think, super combo, the grab back is super combo. So he's able to easily combo that out without really losing anything. And then, play the boat. It's 4-drop. The bottom deck, one of my 4-drops. So I've got 2 less attacks for the turn. And he's still got super combo to grab Bean if he needs to be, or like Blackbuster to get the 8-drop out. So he's still got a lot of defense. But at least by pressuring him down to 1, he's got a combo of all the attacks. So he's losing cards from hand. Well, I'm still at 6 life, so I don't have to worry much about. So he's got more worry about board control than my life, where I can just keep pressuring his life. So I go and swing with the 4-drop, using the leader's effect to combo the Goku from the drop for my energy to go to 25. So once again, that's a super combo or a Bojack and another card from his hand. And this card he got in hand, the easiest is going to be to get through and kill. Like he's got his 1 copy, I think he's got one of his copies. I can't remember if he's running the same with 1 copy of UI Goku extra. Just straight out combo that. I don't really want to go at 20, leave it at 20 because he can easily just out combo with a super combo or 8-drop. Like he uses leader's effect already, but he's got enough to just go super combo, grab a Buster, and then Buster to combo the 8-drop from his energy. We've got to be careful. So just go 25 and 25 because at least with this 4-drop, I can bottom deck his 4-drop. Because I know he's only got 2 more. This is his 3rd 4-drop, which he's only got. He's only got 2 4-drops because he's evolved twice on his 4-drops. So he decided to just super combo. I think he's been worried to not use, and just bring out his ever 4-drops. He's got 2 of them. And while I dropped 1, we both basically get rid of each other's 4-drop. But at least I've taken 2 cards out of his hand with that. So he had a combo of the 4-drop from hand. So he's just stay off the pressure. And here's where I probably shouldn't have swung, because he's got his Galactic Buster to just bring out his 8-drop and drop it. But I'm trying to pressure cards out of his hand. But then technically with this swing, if he just uses Buster, he's not going to lose anything because Buster's going to replace it stuff in his hand. He's going to out combo. and then the Bojack's going to draw him an extra card and get rid of something on my board, which would most likely be the either the 4-drop or the Kefla. Probably the Kefla most likely, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going 15 crit. Crit doesn't really matter because he's at 1 life. So he just goes Goku just to get a board. And here I probably shouldn't have attacked either. Now I'm thinking, and I haven't used the. I'm forgetting I have used the Beto on the 1-drop. And here I probably shouldn't have swung with the TP. I forgot he still has the. He still has the Buster. He doesn't use Buster. He just goes straight for. Really, I should have been probably into the turn there after the last 4-drop Goku Bojack swing by trying to pressure more cards around. So the more I push through, the more cards he's losing from his hand. And I think in my hand I have Baby Hatch, so I don't really have to worry about. I don't really have to worry about his turn about dropping. Yeah, I think I've got Baby Hatch in hand, so I don't have to really worry about his turn of swinging with all that to pressure my board or anything. I can just Baby Hatch and then put more pressure on again on his turn. So he's deciding what to bottom deck with my 8-drop because because it draws first and then bottom decks and then plays itself. I think he's debating whether he the 4-drop or the Kefla. I think out of these, he drop bottom deck and removes the Beto. Not sure why. I think it would have been a better thing to get rid of the Kefla. But I think he's just thinking he can easily get run over it as well. So I just go ahead and pass. I think I forgot. Yeah, always reminding me that I have 2 energy open for the Kefla. We both got most of our Galactic Busters, and we've both got all our Galactic Busters in our energy. And I've got 1 Zeno Super Combo in my energy, and also 1 in my last unison as well. And I'm on 6 life. Well, Ollie's on 1. So here, I think he's just debating what he should swing with, because he knows that his 8-drop's not gonna last, and also, because I can just combo my 8-drop, go into, so I've just got my 8-drop. So I'm debating how I'm gonna out combo it all. So I just go send a super combo just to out combo it. And what I should have done was just taken the hit and kept the super combo and drop the 8-drop, because I know I've got Hatch, so if he does swing to try and get rid of the 8-drop, I've got Baby Hatch to just end his turn. So swing would lead to try and not trigger the Bojack, which I just dropped the Baby Hatch. Sorry, I just had a breathed in wrong a bit. Yeah, so there, he's trying to play it smart to swing with his leader to make it so he can avoid my 8-drop Bojack's effect to if he swung with a battle card to untap one of my energy, tap one of his down, so now I've got 8 usable for my leader effect. Here, what I probably should have done was just, I think I used my Kefla's effect, just draw 2, and what I probably should have done on this swing is just swung straight with Baby Hatch and then comboed everything into it. But here I'm trying to see if I can resource manage. Because I've still got 2 swings from the Bojack. Both Bojacks on my board have 2 swings, and now I'm going to be comboing I'm going to go at the 35. So even if he has to combo at least 2 10Ks and another card, that combo it. And then this Bojack's going to bottom deck something from his board. So even if he drops the 8-drop, he's losing it. I can't even lose my 8-drop. But instead he goes for his secret rare Pycom, just to tap 4. So it's a good thing I didn't go all in on my secret rare, I think. So yeah, I was able to. Yeah, so each able to just bounce back my whole board, so I still got all those cards ready to combo in. And I still got my Boujack. The bottom deck is 4-drop, and then start pressuring his lead. So he did lose one card from hand, being the Pycon, and then I was able to still play my Boujack to take away some combo power from him, and then still feel the pressure with a battle card swing. What I probably could have done was, so here I'm trying to make sure that I combo out the 25 so it takes as many cards from his hand as possible, and also as well, if the battle is ended, I can just drop another one, trying to keep my leader card swing, just in case he drops his 8-drop, so that way I can avoid him getting the untap energy. So here he drops his 8-drop. So yeah, combos it with the with the 8-drop and a Zangief and drop. Bottom deck's my card, and I'm thinking attacking. I decided not to. With lead, I was going to swing with Beto, but I remembered his 8-drops on board. So swing with my lead. Use the effect. Tap energy, losing card from hand. Gives off a lot of energy. So I'm thinking now he's dropped his last Unison for that, which you can't combo with, so that's why he's dropped it. And I'm just thinking, at least go to, here I'm going to at least go to 30k. I think 35 I want to go to, so at least uses 2 10ks at the very least if he has another 8-drop and combo stuff that I can at least put on board. So I just combo, I just got the 35. So I didn't really want to go in because I didn't know he could have, because he's still got at least, I think, 1 super combo. And then, he's still got all his 8-drops as we've just been bottom decking him. He's cycling through his deck a lot, just as I have. And he could have a lot of thinkers easy out combo. And I just want to make sure that if I do go in, because even though he's got 5 cards in hand, they could all be 10k combos. I don't want to risk that, especially with. I want to make sure I get rid of his Secret Rare on board as well with the Boujack, because when that swings, he can look at my hand. Bottom next turn did make me draw, so I want to make sure that's not on board for next turn, just in case he survives. So I just go to 35. He's deciding how to combo out of it. So he uses the Goku's Kamehameha, which goes to 30k, which puts his leader to 30 for the battle and taps energy, so he hasn't replaced itself. So he's only got 4 cards left in hand. So as I said, yes, he had the Goku's Kamehameha, at least for a lot of common cards he's playing 2 in the main deck. And then the Boujack, another 8-drop that'll combo it. So I'm deciding to just play pair 2, so I have energy open for combos if needed, and for more plays. So as I said, because it's a turn player, might as well resolve first, so I tap 2 to play the Boujack, and bottom deck his Secret Rare. So I feel that's better to bottom deck the Secret Rare, just in case he survives. Because now he's got 2 8-drops, so if I swing with this now, he's going to untap 2 and tap down both for my energy. So I at least use the effect to make use of it. Tap down one of his Goku's, because you're going to get 2 energy untapped, so you can combo those Goku's because he's still on 1 cost combo on board. So I decided to go all in here, because I'm still at 6 life, and East's way this is going to deplete his hand. So I go at least to 25, 35, 45, 55. So as you can see, he has still had quite a lot of combo power, and he's only got to 25. 35, 45, 50. So I managed to out-combo by 50, by 5k per combo. And yeah, so that was it. So he's out-combo by 5k, and yeah, I've just thought it's best to go in. He couldn't use his negate on board because when I had no energy when I declared the attack. So that's it. But thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. if you want to keep updated with my videos if and when they drop. I'm going to have 2 more games coming out this week of Bojack against something. I think the other games are going to be Bojack versus Agrosin and Bojack versus Gogeta Zeno. So if you're interested in watching some Bojack gameplay, or even just in real life gameplay instead of untap gameplay, then feel free to keep tuned for this week and subscribe to keep updated for when they drop. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.